I came to the retreat, well, first of all, because I was desperate for some peace and quiet. I really needed the tranquility. I needed some me time. And because I was going to Pablo's classes in London, and I loved them, so I just knew when I found out that there was this retreat that this is what I needed. All the elements were right anyway when I found out about the retreat. So I came for that. I had great expectation because of the classes, but the retreat has definitely exceeded those expectations because I received much more than what I expected. The meditation in the morning, I didn't even know it was included, so for me that was like a bonus. It's not something I'm used to. It hasn't been always easy to do it. Some days have been easier than others, but amazing, the benefit of it, and just learning how to sit still and just set the pace to your day. Just no rushing, which is my life at home. 3 kids, work, very busy, clinical practice and other things. So that has been a bit like being a bit in a bubble, because of course if you like, this is not the reality I'm gonna have back at home, and yet this was a very good taste of it because I can bring chunks of this and implement it at home. I'm not gonna sit there for an hour and a half in Morocco with the beautiful prayers and the bird chirping and the dogs communicating from different villages, but I'm going to definitely take something with me and trying to implement it in my practice. So that's the meditation. Yoga classes have been wonderful, just but even better than the London one, obviously, because the location is amazing and you gave 200%.
Me too. Never done a yoga session in my life. Didn't know what to expect. We're here, it's a beautiful place on the outskirts of Marrakesh, and very peaceful, and we have the whole place to ourselves. Not many noises. It helped. First session, we arrived, done a session in the evening. I thought it was quite intense, and didn't know if I could continue, because I thought I got a very, very bad back, a lot of severe situations in my lower spine that wouldn't be repaired because it's broken discs and stuff. So after the first session I was like, I took some anti-inflammatory. I was not sure how it was going to be, but then in the morning we had a meditation session really early, and I'm used to meditation. I used to do quite a lot in the past, and somehow that hour of meditation kind of centered me. And because of the chaos of London, of what I do, playing, always twisting, bad posture, I always suffer. Can never stay still. But the meditation brought me back, and I think in a couple of sessions, he aligned me. And that alignment made everything else work. My energy started flowing better. This type of yoga, I only know this one. Never done another yoga session in my life, so I found it really gentle, even if it's intense, but it put energy in my body, and because I was better centered, it actually went from strength to strength, from day to the evening, following day. I actually looked forward to do it, and at the end of the week, much stronger. I've been swimming non-stop every day. I normally do swimming, but my breathing technique in the swim improved. So I didn't need to maybe do like 20 laps and stopping. I could do 100 without stopping. So, and a lot more energy than I usually feel when I go swimming. So I think a lot of these, my inside, what I can bring back home is that this alignment and these movements, which stretch me but kept me always focused, with my starting with the breathing, but also with my posture, and the fluidity of it. I think the concept of the 4 elements is spectacular, and it really kept me centered and balanced. And it gave me balance, strength, focus, and relaxed me. And I could go on. I had all this energy these days that I'm not used to be honest. It was really good. And the other thing is, perhaps I'll leave it to that, is this place, because of the way it is, and it's far from the city. Even when I meditate, I can hear the trickle of the water, the wind. I can hear the crickets and the birds and the wind. The whole thing pretty much added to the focus and the heat of the meditation, because when I meditate I can feel a lot of heat coming from myself. It's basically the 4 elements that we've been practicing, and all came together. So I couldn't recommend them all.
I could start feeling the effects of the yoga, and my body, it started getting lighter and easier with my body. I started feeling it. Some of the poses I managed to do more than I normally manage to do them, and even like the fire moves on some, not all the time, but sometimes I'm able to go a bit lower and then I come back up, and with the noon position I'm able to hold that a bit longer. So yeah, it's all doing good things for my body, and I think that it's going to strengthen it further. And the experience here, when I got here, I was just like, oh my god, I feel like I'm at home because of the heat, you know, the environment. I walked around, the flowers, the plants, everything was like, all these plants we have in Mauritius. It was like, oh my god, oh, it's really lovely. And the fact that I could hear the call to prayer, I was just like, oh, I want to pray now, because I know it's not part of it, but the fact that, because I'm Muslim, and okay, I pray whenever I want to pray, but here I've been feeling the need to pray more with that, especially during yoga, and then you have the call to prayer. It's just like makes you go within so much. I've been running after yoga. I'm just like, I want to pray. I went and pray and came back. Yeah, so it's all been good overall, very holistic in a way, and it's got me to go much deeper, I think. Yeah. And with your talk about African yoga, which I did know lots of the information, I think it's a piece of the puzzle that's come back into, because we think of yoga as being from India, from other things, but this piece was what was missing, I think, with the meaning of some of the words, the noon and all that. It all falls into place somehow. It's like a big place. It's like, it's, so yeah, that's my experience.
You know, the place, I think, is very good choice to be here with the sun. We get energy from the sun, from the sky, from the stars. And one thing that I noticed and I realized, I have 36 years old. I never ever paid attention from the sunrise and sunrise. You know, I never, because sometimes we just wake up and going and oh, the sky is blue, you know, is morning, okay, but never look, you know, and pay attention slowly and see the sunrise. That experience was amazing for me, you know. And look, the flower, the thing. I observed you one day eating, and some fly came to your food, and you were watching the movement of the fly. You were like that. Comes. I observed, and it's. Sometimes we don't pay attention, don't have a time, we just ignore, you know. And I did the same like you. I was observing and, you know, treating with respect.
It's brilliant, and this was a personal journey for me. That it started a while ago, and this is like almost it comes to, I don't know, I can't say completion because it's ongoing, but it's almost like I got the juice of it. It's not ending here. It's going to continue, and it made a lot of sense with what I do I'm a psychotherapist, I'm a psychologist, I work with a lot of complex trauma. So I try to encourage my client as well to pay attention to their body, to trying to, resolve a little bit the dissonance between the mind and the split. But they still abstract concepts. Even when I'm trying to communicate with them, sometimes I'm thinking, okay, do I actually sound... do I walk the walk and talk the talk? And so that's what I came to do here, and so it feels great. I'd like to do more retreats. I don't know, go deeper even in the future, but for now